Hello and welcome to this week's episode of your Power Packed Podlets. My name is Rachel and I'm your host for these mini magical journeys together. And let me give you a bit of context before we dive into today's episode. Because if you've been listening to previous episodes, you've maybe realized that what we're delving into here is you're getting the inner workings of the mind of a woman who's building her business and her life on her own terms. So I'm kind of taking you along on the journey of what I'm thinking about, what I'm focusing on, what's working, what's not working, because this is a real journey, right? And those of you who've been following along a while, you'll know that last year was my first six-figure year, which for me was like this huge milestone because I never imagined that somebody like me would get to six figures. And there's been so many moments that I've wanted to give up in my journey. Like so many moments that looked like it wasn't going to work. And there are so many times still that things aren't necessarily working in the way that I would like them to. And so these power packed podlets are also to help create relief for you, to stop needing to get everything right all of the time, to know that like trial and error and failure is a huge part of your journey in business. But again, let me give you some more context, because if you've been listening, you'll know that I'm in Mexico and I'm recording this podlet from the Caribbean. And since I arrived, so much has become clearer. Things that I wasn't able to see before, they make so much more sense. If you haven't signed up, by the way, to the February Masterclass Series, and you're wanting to get to your first six figures in business, and you want to understand like what are all of the things you need to know, make sure to sign up. Because this is stuff that most coaches, they charge a lot of money for, because exactly what I've just told you, it takes us so much time to learn the things, to make the mistakes, to invest in the coaches and the courses and the learning of the things. And not everything works. It's a lot of tears, it's a lot of sweat. And my desire with these 3 days is to save you a huge amount of overwhelm, anxiety, and doing things that do not work. I'm going to be sharing what I've done that's worked really well, things I didn't even think that I'd need to learn, that have served so much. And then things that have not worked, that I thought would be the most important thing. And so not only will you be getting to learn a blueprint that's going to work for you, you're going to get to see just what it takes. You know, people's stories, they make such a difference. Hearing what other people go through, it helps us to remember the human part of our growth journey. So if you haven't signed up, make sure you do. So this week's episode is going to be pretty short and sweet, because my intention is that you really prioritize coming to this event, because those 3 hours can change your life for the rest of your life. So let me give you a bit of a warm up to what we'll be doing together. So in these 3 days, I'm going to be setting the tone. Day one, you're going to be getting into what is so important when it comes to your success in business, which is your state. Your state, your level of commitment, perspective shifting on the things that are feeling heavy and weighing you down, eliminating overwhelm, dissolving anxiety. Day one is going to be a really powerful, emotionally releasing journey. Some of you will laugh, some of you will cry, and this is such an important part. If you are not focusing on your state when it comes to building your business, this is a really, you want to be prioritizing this, the beginning of your day, every single day, and then probably multiple times throughout the day as well. Then day two, I'm going to be taking you through the skills, the leadership, the self-regulation, all of the things also in the order of priority, because so many things that you think would be at the bottom of the list were at the top, and also knowing the order that works. Now, obviously, you're going to have your own personal interpretation and your journey will be uniquely yours. And there are things I see so many business owners focusing on at the beginning that do not make sense until they already have momentum. And that slows them down massively. And so in day two, you're going to be learning about what does not create momentum at the start and what does. And then day three is going to be the roundup. This is going to be like the cherry on the top of the cake, because this is not just about you learning, it's about community. It's about meeting with other women who are also on the path and not holding this all alone and walking this journey by yourself. Because the environments, and this is the last thing I want to share with you, On your journey to your first six figures, it's state, it's mastering skills and understanding self-regulation, knowing the order in which to focus on the things, because when you're not in decision overwhelm, you take action. You stop questioning and you're not in your head so much of the time. Because this is what causes overwhelm. It's not how much you're doing, it's how much you're thinking and holding the things that you're doing. You're thinking about it in your mind because you don't trust that if you put it down, you think something bad is going to happen. That causes overwhelm. And so you're constantly going over what you need to do next, what's next, what's next. It's so important that you build trust in yourself. And then thirdly, and this is what day 3 is about, community. Because the environments and the conversations you get into, this is what forges your reality. This is what impacts what you see as being possible for you. So in your journey of business, whether you come to the masterclass or not, keep listening to these podlets, because what you feed your mind with every single day makes a massive difference. So state, skills, the order of the things, and then the environments you get yourself into. These are the 3 top things that are going to get you to your first 6 figures. Now, this was a really quick overview. I'm about to start a class with my students, so I'm signing off for today. In these 3 days, we're going to be going much deeper. It's going to not just be logical, it's going to be an emotional journey. Because when we bring emotion into it, transformation happens. You get excited rather than anxious about the things that you're doing in your life. If you know me, you know that it's all about activation. So I look forward to seeing your sign-ups. I look forward to spending these 3 days with you. And I look forward to seeing those of you who are participating in our prize draw. And let me finish with this. The person who wins the prize draw, all you have to do is share it with your people. Every 3 people is an entry. The person who wins the prize is a 45-minute session with me. And yes, I'm going to be taking you through what's your blueprint to your first 6 figures, your personalized one, but much, much bigger than that. I'd like you to imagine this, being in a 45-minute conversation with a woman who gets it, who knows what you're going through, who understands it, and actually being able to discuss these things from that place. Somebody who's not emotionally involved in your life. It makes all of the difference. So make sure to enter that prize draw. Send me a DM. Let me know how many people you've sent it across to, and I'll put your name down. I will see you on Wednesday.